Hey folks, what's going on? And it's me again, CJ. Today I want to talk about underrated stuff. Because I feel like all of us know these underrated little gems of media that we love, but nobody else seems to ever talk about it. So without further ado, here are 3 things you should definitely read, watch and play. Starting off with number 1, we have the Amulet series. I may be a little biased on this one, and probably a lot more people know it actually than I think. It used to be a big thing during my time in Canada. You would find these in a lot of school libraries. It's got a very, very unique art style that you might have to get acquainted with first. I will admit that. But the story is super cool. It's an amazing fantasy comic. It's got 7 or 8 I think, different volumes. The characters are unique. The whole setting of the world is very unique. And it's just incredibly well executed. So if you're looking for a great fantasy comic, the Amulet series, go try and find it. It is absolutely great. And honestly, while the art style is weird, it is also very, very, very cool. Thing number 2 is the anime Wolf's Rain. Words cannot begin to describe how much I love this anime. It is made by some of the people that made Cowboy Bebop, and if that doesn't ring any bells, Cowboy Bebop was one of these anime that propelled this genre to the Western world. It's usually used in one sentence with stuff like Neon Genesis Evangelion, and these same people also made Wolf's Rain. And nobody talks about that, and I don't know why, because Wolf's Rain is such a unique thing. The animation is super great, the music is stellar, and the story is one of its kind. As far as the plot goes, there's an old myth that at the end of the world, wolves would try to find a place called paradise. Then we are presented with a very dystopian, very futuristic, fucked up world where people only seem to live sporadically in big cities that are still habitable. And the outside is a mixture of deserts and inhabitable land and snowy tundras and very, very cold places. Now our protagonists, all of them are wolves, and they do have a human form in a sense. It's not that they're shapeshifters, but they simply have learned to trick the human eye. So in the end they're still wolves, but they appear as human to everyone else. And last but not least, we have the Dragon Quest series, especially Dragon Quest IX. This motherfucker of a game holds so much content. Seriously, it's one of the best games, if not the best game, for the Nintendo DS. It's one of the best games for the 3DS, even though it was made in 2009 or 2010. There's just so much shit in this one single cartridge. I spent over 60 hours just getting through the base game. And then there's post-game content. There used to be DLCs, which I'm pretty sure are not available anymore because Nintendo has since stopped supporting this game with internet connection. But even without the DLCs, it is so easy to sink hundreds of hours in this game and not have seen everything it has to offer. Personally, what I love about this game, what makes it a 10 out of 10 for me, is the options of customization that you have. You've got a party of 4 members, which you can fully customize. Not even just the looks or the name, but the equipment and the classes. And the thing that makes Dragon Quest special in regards of classes, it doesn't have these basic warrior, mage, archer kind of thing. You've got stuff like a minstrel, you've got a paladin, you've got gladiators, you've got armamentalists, all of that kind of things. And none of these classes are useless. You have such a broad range of customization, and you've got over 1,000 equipment things that you can just give your characters and that are actually displayed on screen. Which I love, because most games of that time would do this thing where you have your character that has one outfit and runs with that, no matter what you equip. But you can see every single piece of equipment, and almost every single piece of equipment has a unique design. except for stuff that you can, some things you can actually level up equipment-wise, and then of course they look the same. But all of these equipment, far over 1,000 different things, all of them look unique, all of them are equipable. That is just such a great thing to have, and all of them also work in a unique way. Also, you have such a broad range of weapons. You've got not only do you have swords and knives and bows or whatever, you've got hammers, you've got axes, you've got whips, you've got even fans. And all of these serve a purpose. You can use all of these in combat. For example, whips are great for crowd control because usually they can attack more than one enemy. And Dragon Quest as a series has such a great humor and such great puns. The series is very big on puns. And it's such a unique charm that this game, or this series in general, holds. And I know many people probably know Dragon Quest as a series. It's not as big as Final Fantasy or Fire Emblem, but it is one of the bigger JRPGs. But this one specifically, Dragon Quest IX, I rarely see people talk about this game anymore. It used to be big for a while when it was a new thing, but now the hype about it just has died out. And it's really, really sad to see because it's such an amazing game with so much content and so much to offer. And if you have a 3DS or a Nintendo DS or just some kind of emulator, play this game. Seriously, you will not regret it. Well folks, that's gonna be all for today. Make sure to like and subscribe and tell me what your underrated gems are in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you love, and maybe I can check them out in a future video. With that being said, I hope you have a nice day, evening or night, and we're gonna see you all tomorrow.